Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to highlight the main events and philosophies that have shaped the American history. What I would like to start from is the Civil War, which took place in 1861. This event would change the American history forever. The death toll was really horrific. That is why people at that period would question the idea of God and his interference. People would no more give much importance to religion. And at that period, social Darwinism would gain ground. Social Darwinism believed in evolution. From this, social Darwinism would not give much importance to the poor and would not help the poor because it considered them part of the chain of the evolution. And if people had helped those poor people, the evolution would not have happened. These ideas would bring back theology. But theology would never gain the same priority again. This theology, which I'm going to speak about, is a kind of liberalized. So at that period, Horace Bushnell and Charles Brooks would recommend people to use the symbols of the Bible and no more believed in the miracles in it. Again, Walter Rauschenbusch, the leader of the social gospel, would recommend people to use the Bible in order to treat social problems, because the reason of religion is to help people, not to give personal gain to anybody. After liberalism in theology, there would appear pragmatism with William James. William James is considered the man who fixed the pillars of pragmatism. William James said that truth is not absolute. So what is true for me is not true for you. I can clarify my point of view, and this doesn't mean that the other part is wrong. These ideas would give power to any religion and would fuel the rivalry between them to prove that they are right. Josiah Royce would appear after William James and would adjust the meaning of pragmatism. He would believe in idealism and loyalty to those ideals. People should abide by ideals in order to promote and develop the social life. After Josiah Royce, here we can speak about John Dewey. This person was really affected by the Civil War and the Pullman strike in 1894. The Pullman strike is another main event which compelled and encouraged John Dewey to bring this idea of democracy. The Pullman strike was the fight back of some workers to gain back their rights. But at the end, they were 30 of them were killed. Here, John Dewey would want to apply democracy and give back rights to workers and make people as equal as possible. After that, socialism would appear with the power of workers. Workers joined their efforts to ask for the rights. And here we can speak about Eugene Debs, who entered jail because of the Pullman strike. And when he was released, he was responsible for leading this group of socialists. We can speak also about Daniel de Lyon, who revolted against capitalism and asked for the urgent rights to workers. After socialism, we can speak about progressivism. Progressivism is the result of the combination between populists and socialists. Populists, the origin of this word can trace back to the Homestead Act. The Homestead Act was issued in 1862. It gave big acres or lots of acres of land to people in conditions that they live there for 5 years, and because that those acres of land were not cultivated, people found difficulties in bringing life to them. So people took lots of loans, but they were unable to pay back. This would bring them to fight for their rights. And when they joined with the socialists, progressivism would appear. I can here cite the president who is symbol for progressivism. He is Woodrow Wilson. This person took presidency to defend the rights of workers, but he would fail in his foreign policy. Though his foreign policy was not really effective, he would give the idea to establish the United Nations. After progressivism and Woodrow Wilson, we can move here to speak about the Freudian philosophy. Here Freud would appear, and then he would convince or just give the idea that people cause problems because they were repressed from their early age. So if we want to solve this problem, we have just to let go our whims and just satisfy them. So here again, people would just let go of their whims. Businesses would grow, and people would be shocked by the depression of 1929. The depression of 1929 was caused by the stock market. Everybody gained lots of money from going to the stock market, and people took lots of loans to satisfy themselves. But here the problem is that they couldn't pay back their loans. As well, we can speak here about corporations. They too found difficulties in paying back loans. So the stocks would decrease in value, and then this would result in the 1929 depression. After this, we can speak about the fact that Hoover could not go through the depression. That is why people called for change. Roosevelt would appear with his New Deal policy, but still America would suffer from poverty until the Second World War took place, and Americans took advantage from this war to sell weapons to the countries who took part in this bloody war. I hope that this video will be enlightening for you. Thank you so much.